I'm Casey, this is Arthur, Lynn, and Zach. Our project was the Smart IDE, and our mentor was Dr. Menzies. Dr. Menzies had an idea for a structure for an IDE called a NIT. He envisioned this IDE to be 10,000 lines or less, and using scripting languages such as awk and some scripting tools like make, which is in Unix. He was wanting to show that you can actually use scripting to do very powerful things and to make a huge project, which has never been done before. We also wanted where it wasn't actually language-based, but to write, be able to write our own language bindings and put them in. We also wanted to have test-driven development without these languages. The problem with IDEs as of late is a lot of them are very bulky. For instance, Eclipse has over 1,000 plugins, which can really bog down a system, and definitely when it comes to compiling and executing, it might take a lot longer. Like I said before, our scripting language has never been used to create something this big, such as an IDE. One of the problems that Menzies was wanting to address was for teachers in class, creating a website, having lecture notes on that website and code, sample code which you can compile and execute for the students in class. That way you don't have to bring things in or open multiple windows. Some of the tools that he wanted us to use are these Unix tools, which is a Makefile, which is a Unix dependency tools, and finally our shell scripting, which is the basis for our project.
Like Casey said, a problem with the IDEs, or a lot of IDEs that are out right now, is that they can typically get kind of bulky and have a lot of stuff in there that you don't particularly use. As a student, I know from personal use, I would need to write and edit the code and save it, and run it, compile it. Those are the three big things that I need. You know, if you look at Eclipse or any other thing, if you go through the menus and look at all the different things that typically aren't important to, you know, everyday programmers. So they can get kind of complex, and a big thing we would like to do is to have the IDE be as simple as possible without sacrificing, you know, the needs of your average programmer. The properties of the IDE that we're looking for is version control. If you have a project you're working on and you save it and then you edit it later and you happen to mess something up so bad you don't know what happened, you can always roll back to a different version, which is something kind of cool. It's not in any IDEs that I know of, but that was definitely a feature we'd like to include with ours. Of course, debugging, which will help you step through the program and find out where the problems are. Tool support, it would be good to you know, have support for plugins and other tools without, you know, again, not bloating it out and making it to where, you know, not many people are going to use it. We definitely want to use, have support for many different languages. So that, you know, you can run your Java, JavaScript, Perl, Python, awk, you know, things like that. Then there's regression testing, which is, it probably won't apply to smaller scale programs that you might write as a student. But if you have a larger scale program that has a lot of working parts and you want to kind of stress it out and test many different components, regression testing is excellent for this because you can make little script files to run pieces of your code, and if something breaks, you know, you can like set it to have the expected outcome, and if it doesn't make that outcome, then you obviously have some issues, and you can track what's going on there. This is all open source software. We'll throw up our website at the end of the presentation, but we definitely want to crowdsource it to, you know, give it to the general public and have them play around with it a little bit. Yeah, just have many different groups working on it. So the functional requirements we're looking at is, you know, the obvious stuff like create, save, edit, compile, version tracker have the ability to roll back stuff. The bug tracker within the IDE should have an ID number to help reference it later if you're talking about it with someone else or whatnot. Description, a flag, whether it's been solved or not solved or something like that. Also a feature to look for file dependencies if you're working on a project that has, something that's calling from some library or something else. Engineering requirements, trying to keep it simple without